Good afternoon, friends. This is our next lecture for digital communication. In today's lecture, we have to see low density parity check codes. Okay, it's in short it is called as LDPC, low density parity check codes. Clear? LDPC is a low density parity check codes are a class of linear block code. Okay, the term low density refers to the characteristics of parity check matrix which contains only few ones in comparison to zeros. LDPC codes are arguably the best error correction codes, okay, in existence at present. LDPC codes were first introduced by R. Gallagher in his PhD thesis in 1960s and soon forgotten due to introduction of Reed-Solomon codes and the implementation issue with limited technological know-how at that time. Okay, the LDPC codes were rediscovered in mid 90s by R. Neal and D. Mackey at the Cambridge University. We can define n-bit long LDPC code in terms of m number of parity check equations and describing those parity check equations with a mx and parity check matrix H. Okay, m into n parity check matrix H, where m is the number of parity check equations and n is the number of bits in the code word. Clear? Here is the low density parity check codes. Consider the 6-bit long code word in the form of C is equals to in bracket C1, C2, C3, C4, C5 and C6, which satisfies three parity check equations as shown in below. Which satisfy what? C1 summation of C2, C5 is equals to 0, C1, C4, C6 is equal to 0, C1, C2, C3, C6 is equals to 0. We can now define 3 into 6 parity check matrix as C1, C2, C3. Summation of that. The density of ones in LDPC code parity check matrix is very low. Row weight WE. Number of ones in a row number of symbols taking part in the parity check is there. Okay, and column weight is the WC, also denoted by WEC. Number of ones in the column, number of times a symbol taking part in parity check is there. Okay, WR and WC changes. Therefore, this is an integral parity check matrix is there. If the parity check matrix has uniform row weight and uniform column weight, same number of ones in a column and same number of ones in a row, so we call that a regular parity check matrix. Okay, low density parity check codes, here is the Hamming matrix is there. Okay, m into n is there. The mh of m into n parity check matrix defines a rate r is equals to k by n by n comma k code, where k is equals to n minus m. Code word is said to be a valid if it satisfies the syndrome calculation z is equals to c h raised to t is equals to 0. We can generate the code word in by multiplying message m with generator matrix G. Clear? Code word is equals to m into G. G means generator matrix, m means message. Alright? Okay? We can obtain the generator matrix G from parity check matrix H. by first arranging the parity check matrix in symmetric form using row and column operation. Arrange it. H is equals to I of M P M into K is there. Then S since is equal to symmetric is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 1 and triple 1 is there. Okay. In second, rearranging the symmetric parity check matrix is there. G P K into M P raised P of T I K. G is equals to 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Then we can verify our result as G into H raised to T is equals to 0. Low density parity check codes are there, right? What happened here? H is given H is 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 and 0 1 1. Tanner graph is a graphical representation of parity check matrix specifying parity check equations, where which graph is used to represent the parity check equation. Graphical Tanner graph is, it's called as a Tanner graph. Okay, Tanner graph consists of n number of variable nodes and m number of check nodes. How n number of variable nodes and m number of check nodes. In Tanner graph, mth check node is connected to nth variable node if and only if nth element in mth row HMN is parity check matrix. H is a 1. Okay. Then Z1, Z2, Z3 is there. Then C1, C2, C3, C4, C5 and C6. These are the which nodes are there? Check nodes are there. And n number of variable nodes are there. In Tanner graph, nth check node is connected to nth variable node if and only if nth element in the nth row HM in parity check matrix H is a 1. Here the mark path Z2, C1, Z3, C6, Z2 is an example for short cycle of 4. The number of steps needed to return to the original position is known as the grid of the code. Clear? Low density parity check codes. Suppose we have code word as follows: C1, C2, C3, C4, C5 and C6. 6-bit code is there, where each C1 CI has either 0 or 1, and code word now has 3 parity check equations. These are which are discussed in slide number 1. Observe carefully. Then what happened? What we have to do? First, we have to determine the parity check matrix H by using the above equation. Next, show the systematic form of H by applying Gauss-Jordan elimination. Okay. Then determine generator matrix G from H and prove H by H of T is equals to 0. After that, find out the dimension of the H and G. Then state whether the matrix is regular or irregular. Clear? Here, from the equation, we have to form the matrix first. First step is there, which is the determine the parity check matrix H by using the above equations. By using these equations, we have to determine the parity check matrix. See here, these are the 3 equations which we write again in this slide, and by using these we are going to form a parity check matrix. Here C1 is present, that's why 1, C2 is present 1, C3 is C3 is also there, then 1, then see here, sorry, first row C1 is present, C2 is present, therefore 1, 1 is there. C3 absent, C4 absent, then 0, 0 is there, first row. Then C5 is there, 1, C6 is absent, then 0. Clear? Like that. From equation 2, there is a matrix is C1 is present, that for 1, C2, C3 absent, therefore 0, 0. C4 is present, therefore 1. Then C5 0, C6 1. Clear? Which bits are present, then that only a 1. Otherwise, which bit is absent, it is denoted by the 0. Then C1 1, C2 1, C3 1, 4 5 absent, directly 6 is there, then 0 0, and for 6 it is 1. Everybody got the concept how I determined the parity check matrix by using the equation? I think yes. We have 6 columns and 3 rows because we have 6-bit sequence or equation. Convert H into systematic form, H systematic using basic row and operations. Try to avoid column operation, row operation we are going to do. Okay. Now next step is we have to convert here, read step. Show the systematic form of H by applying Gaussian Jordan elimination. We are going to show the systematic form. Here H, our given H is 1 1 1, 1 0 1, 0 0 1, 0 1 0, 1 0 0, 0 1 1. Here we have to do R2 to R3. Do it. Here same thing, R2 is equal to R3 plus R2, then this we get. After that what happened in first R2 to R3, row second is replaced by row 3 and row 3 is replaced by row 2. Here this third row is going to in second position and third second going to third position. Okay, what happened here, R2 is equal to R3 plus R2, addition between the R3 and R2 is done and R2 is replaced by R3 plus R2, then R3 and R2, R3 is R2 1 1 0, then here for row 2 it is 0, 1 0 1, then it is 1, 1 0 1, again 1 is there, 0 1 1 is there, 0 0 0 is here, 1 1 0 is there. Clear? R3 plus R2, row 3 and row 2 get added and answer is replaced by the second row. Again here observe where it is, here R3 R2 R1, 3 rows addition is replaced in R3, then 1 0 1 1 1 0 is there. Here for R3 first bit is 0, for say 1 1 0 it is 0, right? Then 0 1 1 it is 1, then 1 0 1 1 it is 1 1 1 0 na, then 1 0 0 1 is there, 0 0 1 1 is there. Clear? For systematic, first I replace R2 with R3, R3 with R2. In second time I add R3 and R2 and answer is get replaced by R2. In third step R1, R2, R3 is get added and answer is replaced in R3. Clear? Here R1, R2, R3 addition is replaced in R1. Same here 1 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 is replaced. Okay, then 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 is there. Same thing here. R2 is equals to R2 plus R3. R2 plus R3 is get added and answer is replaced in R2. 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 1. Clear? This is our systematic. The next systematic is I am P of M into K is equals to G of P K into T I K. Transform, our G is 101 110 011 100 011 100. Then G into H of T. Our G is this and this row is converted to column. Then what happened? S transform is there and answer is 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Clear? Dimension of H is 3 into 6. Dimension of G is 3 into 6. Since the column weight and row weight changes, this is an irregular parity check. As we know, when weight of column and weight of row is same, then and then only parity check is regular. If the weight is changes, then parity check matrix is irregular. Therefore, this is irregular parity check matrix as weight for the column weight and row weight is changes. Here, low density parity check codes are there. The parity check matrix H of LDPC code is given below. Here, this is given H. 6 rows are there and 12 columns are there. First we have to do second example is there. First we have to determine the degree of row and column. Then we have to state whether the LDPC code is regular or irregular. Then we have to determine the rate of LDPC code. Then we have to draw the Tanner graph representation of this LDPC code. Then what would be the code rate if we make row equal to column? Okay, then we have to calculate, write down the parity check equation of the LDPC code. Here our given parity check matrix is this 6 by 12. Dimension of the parity check matrix is 6 into 12. 6 rows, 12 columns. Therefore, m is equals to 6, n is equals to 12. Then k is equals to n minus m is equals to 6. 12 minus 6 is 6. Then row weight is 6 and column weight is 3. Right? Then since the parity check matrix has uniform row weight and uniform column weight, this is a regular LDPC parity check matrix. Okay, here we got the concept. The parity check matrix has uniform row weight and uniform column weight. Okay. Then our regular LDPC parity check matrix is regular. Since the parity check matrix has uniform row weight and column uniform weight, this is regular LDPC parity check matrix. Code rate R is equals to K by N. We know the formula of calculating the code rate. Code rate is denoted by R and formula is K by N. As we know, K is equals to 6 and N is equals to 12. Then 1 by 2. Answer is 1 by 2. If we make the number of row equals to column, code rate will be equals to 0. Clear? Here, parity check equations from the parity check matrix. Here, C1 is present, C2 is absent, C3 is present, and C1, C3, C4 is absent, C5 is absent, 6 is present, 7 is present. 8 is absent, 9 is present, 12 is present. See here, which bits are 1, then and then only take in equation. Same for second row. C1 is absent, C2, C3, C4, C5, C7 and C12 is there, right? Check here. For third equation, C2, C4, C6, C8, C9 and C10 is there, correct? For fourth row, C1, C2, C3, C8, C9 and C11 is there, clear? For fifth row, equation in that C4, C5, C7, C10, 11 and 12. These are the present. And 6 for 6, it is C1, C1, C5, C6, C8, C10 and C11 is there. These are the equations which form using the parity check matrix. In previous example, we form the matrix by using equation. Here we do opposite condition. From matrix we derive the equation. Then third, consider parity check matrix as generated in question 1. Determine the message bit length K, parity bits. Bit length K, parity bit length M, code word N. Using the generator matrix G obtained in equation 1 to generate all the possible code words C. Okay. Then H is equals to 1 1 1, 0 1 1, 0 0 1, 1 0 1, 1 0 0, 0 1 1. Generator matrix is 1 0 1 0 1, 1 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 0 1 0, 0 0 1. Okay. Dimension of the H matrix is 3 into 6. Therefore, M is equals to 3, N is equals to 6. Then K is equals to N minus M is equals to 3. 6 minus 3, 3 is there. Then all the possible message set is message 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Clear? Then code word is C is equals to M into year. Code word is equals to message 1 2 3 4 5 7 8 into 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 double 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 trip 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 1. Okay, then low density parity check code. What is the difference between the regular and irregular codes? What is the importance of cycle in parity check matrix? Then identify the cycles of 4 in the following inner graph. If the parity check matrix has uniform row weight and uniform column weight, same number of ones in a column and same number of ones in a row, we call the regular parity check matrix. The decoding algorithm assumes that the LDPC code is cyclic free, large grid size. The spot cycles in the code cycle with grid of 4 and cycle of grid of 6. Weakens the code, therefore the code must be carefully constructed to be free of short cycle. Variable nodes and check nodes are there. 3 check nodes and 6 variable nodes are there. Observe this diagram. Tanner graph is there for cycle 4. Here is the overlook of the topic, low density parity check code. In information theory, a low density parity check LDPC code is a linear error correcting code, a method of transmitting a message over a noisy transmission channel. I will make it visible. Okay. An LDPC is constructed using a sparse Tanner graph, subclass of the Beppeting graph. LDPC codes are capacity approaching codes, which means that practical constructions exist that allow the noise threshold to be set very close to the theoretical maximum, the Shannon's limit. For a symmetric memoryless channel, the noise threshold defines an upper bound for the channel noise, up to which the probability of lost information can be made as small as desired. Using iterative belief propagation techniques, LDPC codes can be decoded in time linear to their block length. LDPC codes are finding increasing used in applications requiring reliable and highly efficient information transfer over bandwidth constraint or return channel constraint links in the presence of corrupting noise. Implementation of LDPC codes has lagged behind that of other codes, notably turbo codes. The fundamental patent for turbo code expires on August 1913. LDPC codes are also known as Gallagher codes in honor of Robert G. Gallagher, who developed the LDPC concept in his doctoral dissertation at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 1960s. Okay, I will make it visible. Huh? Here, operational use of LDPC. Now we are going to study in up to this we know what is Tanner graph, how parity check matrix is formed, how equations is formed, okay, how to calculate the code rate and all. Now we are going to study the operational use of LDPC. Okay. LDPC codes functionally are defined by a sparse parity check matrix. This sparse matrix is often randomly generated subject to the sparsity constraints. The LDPC code constructions is discussed later. These codes were first designed by Robert Gallagher in 1960s. Below in a graph fragment of an example LDPC code using Fermi's factors graph notation. In this graph, n variable nodes in the top of the graph are connected to n minus k constraint node. Okay, in the bottom of the graph. This is a particular way of graphically representation, okay, and n my n k. Is a popular way of graphical representing an NK LDPC code. This the bit of a valid message when placed on the T's at the top of the graph satisfies the graphical constraint, especially all lines connecting to a variable nodes, okay, box with an equals to sign with apostrophe, then sign have the same value and all value connecting to a factor node box with a plus sign must sum model 2 to 0. In other words, they must sum to an even number or other must be an even number of odd values. These ignoring any line going to of the pictures, there are 8 possible 6-bit string corresponding to valid code words, that is 6 times 0, 0 1 1 0 0 1, then 1 1 0 0 1 0, then 101011, then 111100, then 100101, then 00110, then 010111. This LDPC code fragment represents a 3-bit message encoded as 6-bit. Redundancy is used here to increase the chance of recovering the channel error. This is a 3, 6, 3 linear code with n is equals to 6 and k is equals to 3. Again, ignoring the line going out of the picture, the parity check matrix representing this graph fragment is in this matrix. Each row represents one of the three parity check constants, which while each column represents one of 6 bits in the received code word. In this example, the 8 code word can be obtained by putting the parity check matrix H into this form through basic row operations in GF2. Step 1 is parity check matrix H. Step 2 is row 1 is added to row 3. Then step 3 is row 2 and row 3 are swapped. Okay. Row 1 is added to row 3 in step 4. As we done these steps in example number 1, okay, which is discussed earlier. From these, the generator matrix G can be obtained as nothing that in case the special case of this being a binary code or specifically. Finally, by multiplying all 8 possible 3-bit string by G, all 8 valid code words are obtained. For example, the code word for the bit string 101 is obtained by where is symbol of module 2 multiplication is there. Okay, as a check a row space of G is orthogonal to H such that the bit string 101 is found in as the first 3 bit of code word 101011. Example of encoder. Figure 1 illustrates the functional components of most LDPC encoders. See here, this is the LDPC encoder. During the encoding of a frame, the input data bits D are repeated and distributed to a set of consequent encoders. The consequent encoders are typically accumulators, and each accumulator is used to generate a parity symbol. A single copy of the original data S0k-1 is transmitted with the parity bits P to make up the code symbol. The S bit from each consequent encoder are discarded. The parity bit may be used within another consistent code. In an example, using the DVB-S2 rate 2 as to 2 by 3 code, the encoded block size is 64,800 symbols. That is n is equals to 64,800 with 43,200 data bits. K is equals to 43,200 and 21,600 parity bits. That is m is equals to 21,600. Each consistent code check code nodes encode 16 data bits except for the first parity bit, which encodes 8 data bits. The first 4,680 data bits are repeated 13 times used in parity 13 parity codes, while the remaining code data bits are used in 3 parity codes. Okay, irregular LDPC codes are there. For comparing for comparison, classic turbo codes typically use two constant codes configured in parallel, each of which encodes the entire input block of data bits. These consistent encoders are recursive convolutional codes of moderate depth, okay, that is separated by a code interleaver which interleaves one copy of the frame. The LDPC code is constant, use many low depth consistent code accumulators in parallel, each of which encodes only a small portion of the input frame. The many consistent codes can be viewed as many low depth two states convolutional codes that are connected via the repeat and distributed operations. The repeat and distributed operations perform the function of interleaver in the turbo codes. The ability to more precisely manage the connections of the various consistent codes and the level of redundancy for each input bit give more flexibility in the design of LDPC code, which can be lead to better performance than turbo codes in some instances. Turbo codes still seem to perform better than LDPC at low code rate, or at least the design of well performing low rate codes is easier for turbo codes. As a practical matter, the hardware that forms the accumulator is reused, okay, during the encoding process. That is, once the first set of parity bits are generated and the parity bits stored, the same accumulator hardware is used to generate a next set of parity bits. Decoding is there. As with other codes, the maximum likelihood decoding of the LDPC code of the binary symmetric channel is an NP-complete problem. Performing optimal decoding for a NP-complete code of any useful size is not a practical. However, suboptimal techniques based on iterative belief propagation decoding give excellent results and can be practically implemented. The suboptimal decoding techniques view each parity check that make up the LDPC as an independent single parity check SPC code. Each HPC code is decoded separately using soft in soft out techniques such as SOA, BCJR, MAP, and other derivatives thereof. The soft decision information from each SISO decoding is cross-checked and updated with other redundant SPC decoding of the same information bit. Each SPC code is then decoded again using the updated soft decision information. This process is iterated until a valid code word is achieved or decoding is exhausted. This type of decoding is often referred to as a sum product decoding. The decoding of the SPC code is often referred to as the parity check node processing, and cross checking of the variable is often referred to as a variable node processing. In practical LDPC decoder implementation, set of SPC codes are decoded in parallel to increase the throughput. In contrast, belief propagation on the binary erasure channel is particularly simple, where it consists of iterative constant satisfaction. For example, consider that the valid code word 101011 from the example above is transmitted across a binary erasure channel and received with the first and fourth bit erased to yield 01 or 11. Since the transmitted message must be satisfied by the code constraint, the message can be represented by writing the message received message on the top of the factor graph. In this example, the first bit cannot yet be recovered because all of the constraints connected to it have more than one unknown bit. In order to proceed with decoding, the message constraint connecting to only one of the erased bits must be identified. In this example, only the second constraint suffices. Examining the second constraint, the fourth bit must have been 0, since only a 0 in that position would satisfy the constraint. This procedure is then iterated. The new value for the fourth bit can now be used in conjunction with the first constraint to cover the first bit seen below. This means that the first bit must be a on 1 to satisfy the leftmost constraint. 101011 is there and nodes are there. Thus the message can be iteratively for the other for thus the message can be decoded iteratively for other channel models. The message passes between the variable nodes and check nodes are real number which express probabilities and likelihood of belief. These results can be validated by multiplying the corrected code word R by the parity check matrix H. Because the outcome Z, the syndrome of this operation is the 310 vectors, the resulting code word R is successfully validated. After the decoding is completed, the original message bit 101 can be extracted by looking at the first three bits of the code word. While illustrative, this ensures example does not show the use of soft decision decoding or soft decision message passing, which is used in virtually all commercial LDPC decoders. Thank you for today's lecture. Here we complete the syllabus of digital communication. Thank you for the session.